Now with breaking news.
We continue our breaking news coverage on the Beth Israel synagogue fire we first told you about Saturday.
Yeah, a federal judge has remanded the suspect charged in the fire. Stephen Spencer Pittman is charged with setting fire to Beth Israel located on Old Canton Road. It went up in flames around 3 a.m. Saturday.
We begin team coverage with 3 on your sides. Adarius McCormick, he's been in court today following that investigation. Adarius, what can you tell us?
Stephen Spencer Pittman made sure to say Jesus Christ is Lord as he appeared in federal court from a local hospital today. From his hospital bed, Pittman learned he could face 5 to 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Prosecutors say Pittman intentionally set fire to Beth Israel congregation early Saturday morning. He is now facing a federal arson charge under Title 18. In a statement today, the congregation called the attack a heinous act of hatred, adding that it will not change their resolve to continue Jewish life in Jackson. The government asked that Pittman remain in custody, and his attorney agreed to both a preliminary and detention hearing. Prosecutors wanted those hearings to happen within 3 days, but the defense requested more time, and that request was granted. Now, Pittman is expected to be released from the hospital Wednesday, with both of those hearings set for next Tuesday. Live in Jackson, Adarius McCormick, 3 on your side.